so this is my movie room, my collection. What I do for my channel, I do mainly for my movie collection, or my collection in general, because I have CDs. I have some games, Atari, NES are the two I play the most. Just got my Super Nintendo working. I'll go thrifting. I'll do my food shopping first. I'll have a food haul once in a while. If I don't get around to food hauls, because I don't want to have so much food on my channel, I might do a cooking video instead of a food haul. I might do like one food item per month, maybe a barbecue later on. Because I want it to be more about my collection. I don't do painting anymore. It's an expensive hobby. I could buy the Bob Ross kit if somebody wants a painting, but they have to pay for all the supplies. I could do that for family members. I don't charge them for the painting, but they have to buy all the supplies, and if they want a painting, I could do that. Otherwise, I don't buy supplies anymore. Unless if I go back to school part-time, which I may, I don't know yet. I do want to go back, just in case for summer, but you have to pay up front for those programs, so you gotta watch out. Just to keep busy, you have to pay for it, so it would be nice to do something like that, but it costs a fair bit for one program. That's why I did when I started my college. I took part-time programs before I got a full-time art program. Other than that, I may go to the school over the summer. I'm not too sure yet. Maybe give you guys a little room tour of how it's set up over there. So I got a couple of different schools. One school's in Toronto and one school's in Oakville. So I only go to one of them closed down. So if you go to a smaller school, you gotta watch out. They're good, but you gotta watch out because they might move around a lot. Other than that, maybe I might go back to my old school. I never know. But for now, I'm not planning on doing any programs. So anything extra I get goes into my collection. Trying to build up my movies. I might do some animation sometimes. Maybe a bouncing ball. I have an animation table. I can practice that if I buy animation paper or something like that. It's not too expensive. Painting is much too expensive. You need at least $200 to $300 to get set up in that, and that's more than I have. So if my snacks hold up, I'll get a little something coming in. Trying to build up the older horror movies. Some of them are getting out of print and they cost close to $100, so I don't know if I'll get to them, but I'll try to get to as many as I can. Most of them I might have to buy on like a different form, but I will try to get the original cover, and I'll do a thrifting find at the beginning of the month. If I remember, I'll do a food haul review. I might do one again, but I don't want to do about food, so I don't do it that often. Maybe I could put out a cooking recipe every so often. But mostly it's going to be about my collection and the movies, the covers, the artwork on them. And once in a while I could pull out certain movies on a shelf, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shelves on this wall, plus another 8 or 8 on that side, plus the ones in the middle, and that's just way too much to do. So I would have to be really careful, specific how I do that. Maybe one row at a time, but not in order. So I don't keep things in order. I got a little bit of horror over there. I got a little bit of horror on this side. I got a little bit of comedy on this side, and that's how I keep things. Hopefully start collecting some TV shows now. I'm not quite out of the winter, but it's getting to the end of winter. I don't have all the old horror yet. I'm also still collecting on early Dolly Parton albums. End of the year, I'll try to come back and get a few more there. And next year, maybe build up the Atari a little bit more. Start collecting Super Nintendo next year maybe, and it's starting to get new snacks, putting backing on some of these, so now I need backing for these two. Had more fabric for this one, same fabric. It just barely made it to this one, so I do have to buy some staples for it, and yeah, I just put it up with a staple gun and it'll work. Staple gun and some tape. I don't need any high-end wood to put on the back. Honestly, got that kind of my money for it. The shelves are very thin, so they're just enough to hold the movies. It's not enough to hold any DVD player or anything like that, but it's enough for a movie, and that's pretty much it. Otherwise, I will be spending a lot of money on shelving to fill out a whole room like that. Some people put all their money into shelving, and it looks good, but a shelf costs at least $50 to get. So either way, you're getting it. You still have to pay to get it. Maybe you could get it for 20 bucks, 30 bucks. But if you want them all the same, that's it's hard to do. It will cost you a lot of money, and I did the cheapest way possible. A lot of the wood I found in the garbage, so they're not all the same height, but I can make some of them higher a little bit later on. I can add a little box on top to balance it out a little bit more, but if I find wood along the way, if I need to get a little bit more space in here, but the middle I can also put a little bit higher, but down the line, only if I get more wood, then I could do something like that. But we'll see how things go for spring and summer. Yeah, well, I don't want the channel to be about food, so I'm not going to do a whole lot of food stuff. But mainly it's about these old movies that I want to get. I tried to get all the original cover first before I get the remakes or the reprints, unless if they're too expensive or over $100. Something on VHS, especially old horror, is really hard to find. And I got, we'll see how things go. I got Universal Monsters in the back. I got Godzilla. Those are the two franchises I have on VHS. Plus, I have Shirley Temple on that side, and I have James Bond on VHS. So I only got like half of it on DVD, and so they are getting hard to find, and I do gotta watch out for price markups, but I do want to go thrifting and see what they have to offer. Maybe look for a record player or something like that. Maybe we'll see how things go. I'll look for some more fabric. I need to get these two shelves finished, and all the other ones are now finished. So these two are just left for backing. I'll probably put the same fabric on those. I got quite a fair bit left from the roll. Pay like $5 or 10. I think it was like $7 for a bunch of fabric, and it's okay. A few bucks on each shelf, but that doesn't matter. Put a little bit of money into it, but it's better than having them fall and break it when you don't have anything there. So most of the rest of these have like a really big cardboard, but it's really hard to find big pieces of cardboard. So fabric was my second choice for it, and it works. Thanks for watching. It's making room for new arrivals, and there are new people coming on, so thanks for watching. We'll see how spring and summer goes.